much of this country is now firmly in the grip of what meteorologists say could be one of the worst early summer heat waves on record. Across 13 states, there are heat warnings tonight, and if you're in one of them, perhaps you're watching us with the fan on tonight, even better, the air. Take a look at the numbers. High temperatures, some even topping 100 degrees from Virginia all the way up to New England, even warmer tomorrow. And authorities delivered strong words today, urging people not to ignore the dangers. ABC's Lindsay Davis is live tonight at one of the many cooling centers being set up in the city's hardest hit. Lindsay, good evening.
Good evening, David. This is one of 100 cooling centers set up in New York City, and the main purpose is to get people out of the heat and bring them into the air conditioning. 44 people signed up for this location today, and they're expecting many more by the end of the week. From Philadelphia to New York to Washington, D.C., sweltering heat. In Maryland, the mercury rose to 99 degrees. That's especially concerning considering 6 people have already died there of heat-related causes this year. That's the same number for all of last year. The eastern seaboard is preparing to endure what could be the worst heat wave in decades. People are doing what they can to cool it off, water it down, sweat it out, or block it out. Anthony Ballard plans on spending most of the week here at one of New York's 100 cooling centers.
I have a studio without no air conditioner, so it's really necessary to be here on a hot day like today.
It can be life-saving. You know, heat exhaustion can kill someone.
These temperatures make kids especially vulnerable. Already this year, a record 19 children have died after being left in a hot car.
A typical car will heat up 20 degrees in 10 minutes and 30 degrees in 20 minutes. You shouldn't leave a pet or a child or anyone in a car for any time in this weather.
In Washington, D.C. today, we measured the temperature inside this car after an hour. It quickly went from uncomfortable to unbearable, spiking 53 degrees. And take a look at this 1-liter bottle of water. This is how much you would sweat if you were in 100-degree temperatures for an hour. And physicians advise that you have 2 to 4 8-ounce glasses of water for every hour that you stay out in the heat. And David, the worst of the heat is still to come.
One of those bottles in just 1 hour. Lindsay Davis tonight. Thanks. And Lindsay, as you know, the temperatures are expected to head even higher tomorrow. So we turn now to one of the hardest hit cities, Philadelphia, and meteorologist Cecily Tynan of WPVI. And Cecily, we know you've been tracking this all day long. What's behind this heat wave and how long is it going to last?
Well, David, several factors came into play to create this massive heat wave from New England to the Carolinas. Take a look at this map. We're not talking about a Bermuda high situation. We actually have high pressure over the interior southeast. What this does, it brings us westerly winds off the Appalachians. Winds as they descend, they dry, they heat up, and we're looking at temperatures around 100 in many areas tomorrow. The combination, the fact also the sun is as strong as we can get and the ground is so dry, we've had very little rain. So how long will it last? By the end of the week for the East Coast cities, it looks like the heat will get trimmed back a little bit. Temperatures in the low 90s instead of the upper 90s. The hottest air will push west of I-95, but we're talking about still in a heat wave. Looks like the heat wave in many areas will not be ending until the weekend. David?
Until the weekend. Cecily Tynan of WPVI tonight. Cecily, thanks very much.